Welcome to the Midwest Game Nerds podcast. I'm your host, John, and here with me today is Bryant.
Hey.
Alex.
Hello.
And our guests today are Corey.
Yo.
And Nikki.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. Today we're going to bring you a bonus episode dedicated to the Destiny 2 beta, but before we jump into that, if you want to follow us on social media or see all the places you can listen to or watch the show, check out MidwestGameNerds.com/links. As always, we would appreciate your feedback at MidwestGameNerds@gmail.com, and don't forget to follow us on Twitch as well as rate us and review us on your favorite podcatcher. We're just going to kind of jump right into it. I made a little outline of how we're going to kind of go over it. So the first thing I want to start with is the story mission. We're just going to go, let's talk about story mission for D2. On. I loved the story mission. I thought the interaction with the static NPCs from D1 was awesome, but I don't think there's going to be much of that coming into the full game. I just really think it's cool that the story is actually taking like the front seat this time around. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited for that. And I think... just kind of throwing out some spin metal theories here that the story missions are going to be very focused on single player interaction, like not going to be much of a co-op experience, but all of the things past that will be. Like I think the single player experience is mainly going to be focused on like you like regaining the light and becoming the guardian again, you know, that you were before, not so much like focusing on the friendship stuff. So that's kind of my take
how
on
Guardian got his light back.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. How Stella got her
light back.
How Stella got her light back. Yeah, exactly. So what do you guys think about the story mission? Jump in, anybody. Let's talk about it.
It was intense.
Yes.
It was really intense.
Intense is a good word.
It's a good word. It's a good thing. The end was absolutely heartbreaking for me. Like I actually teared up.
Oh yeah, it was rough
bit.
when it went down. It was good though.
Sad little ghost.
We can spoil it. I'm
talking.
We can spoil all of it. We can talk about it. I almost
everybody's
cried.
played it at this point.
Yeah. Anybody
If you
listening to
haven't,
this has
then
probably
you're-
played it. So
Yeah, no.
I think I stood there and had my hand over my mouth the whole time after when you met Gaul.
Gaul's such a badass.
He kind of looks like Bane.
Gary.
He does.
Yeah, I got a very Bane vibe out of
Feel
him.
better.
I wanted Tom Hardy to be his voice.
Oh no, Lizzie's here to bark at
dog
the
time.
episode.
Yo, it's wiener time.
He was super Bane, but he needed to talk like this.
That's what he was doing.
I can't. I have to hold my mic so I can't.
Let me hear.
cover my
Imagine
mouth.
Hold
a
the mic.
world
Here,
without
I'll hold
light.
Don't look at me, creature.
Yeah.
The traveler is mine.
So
I was born in darkness.
Oh man.
You merely adopted the light when it was given to you and taken from me.
okay.
Bye.
Anyway,
So I was the one who wanted more story in the game,
Yeah.
and I think
How do you
what
feel
they
about it?
presented here was really good. Really, my only worry about it now is that if you are wrong and they manage to make it so that you can bring a fire team into story missions, I'm wondering how much, because this game is designed around you're playing these levels 1,000 times, I'm worried that you're going to be sitting there waiting for Zavala to open that door up when you've done it on the 532nd time, and you're just going to be like, okay, the story was cool the first time, but I don't care about it anymore.
right.
So, obviously, there were things in Destiny 1 where they would... there were certain story missions that they never touched in the story playlist for certain reasons.
Like the
So-
very first one.
So maybe they will kind of do the same thing here and be like, these are the ones that are really heavy with story stuff. These are the ones that don't impede your progress in any way. And these are the ones that we're going to make repeated
Right.
several times. So, yeah, I don't know. If every level has, like, I guess they all had cinematics to them in the first game, or most of them did anyway.
Right.
But if they've all got cinematics on the level of what we saw here and people to pay attention to inside the level, I think that's great. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that they let the leash off after Rise of Iron, I think, where Xbox 360 and PS3 didn't get Rise of Iron, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
I feel like that was like a back-end choice of like we're rearranging the vault and all this other crap, but then also now I feel like you can feel that leash is gone.
Oh, yeah.
Like the graphics are way better. Things feel lived in. There's things going on all over the place, all kinds of fire effects and all that type of stuff, and it feels and looks lived in and good and like an actual. It doesn't feel as sterile as like the tower does when you're walking around.
Like you're
it.
living in plastic.
Yeah, exactly. So
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel unfinished.
I was impressed with that in the story mission as well as the rest of the game too. So.
Right on. Brian?
yeah, I mean, it was pretty impressive, and I definitely want more of it. It was actually a bit longer than I expected for just the beta mission. Yeah, I don't know. You guys pretty much summed it up. Like, good stuff.
Did you have more you wanted to add?
Yes. Yes, I agree with what Alex said. It's definitely more finished. The environmental aspect, the graphics, everything. It all feels lived
Complete.
in. Yeah, it feels good. It feels like they didn't just build the tower yesterday.
Mhm.
You
Right.
know, it feels like it's been there for 100 years or so. The
300.
texturing's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know why this gets to me, and it shouldn't get to me, but like when you take a sniper and you zoom in on the Traveler in Destiny 1, it's like really pixelated, and like so
Because
it's like
it's a
everything else.
shitty skybox.
Right, and then like when you're doing the beta mission, the very first mission, and you get into the shipyard hangar or the ship hangar, and Ghost is like, "Look at the size of that thing!" And then like I just took my sniper and I looked at the Traveler through it, and it was still pixelated. And it just kind of it fucking got to me. All right, it just got to me a little bit, and I was like, but you know what? Like everything else about this looks like fucking awesome. I wasn't expecting the Cabal like shields and stuff. They like revamped.
Yeah,
the
that was really
way-
cool.
Yeah, they're like
Just
they
the whole-
collapse in on each
If
other.
one
and
of those
stuff and
things
expand.
lands on you, it does kill you. By
Yeah,
the way.
and it does, and it was. I mean, I popped a super. I can't remember what I was playing. I think I was on Dawnblade or something, and I was out there just like hacking and slashing with my super. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so powerful right now. This is awesome. And then like the thing just fell on me, and I was like, well, that's supposed to happen, I guess. Like, that's what I get. But yeah, no, everything as far as story goes so far, like it touched me emotionally, which was great because I'm very invested in this game.
Yeah.
I felt a genuine like malice and hatred towards Gaul
Gary.
and
Gary.
I'm trying to dramatize this.
I'm sorry.
Gary Gall.
Bane.
Is that
Yeah,
his name?
no, it was really good. They definitely roped me in, and I had goosebumps the whole time. And it was epic music. The music was
The
amazing.
music's good, yeah.
It was-
name is Gary Gall. Welcome to my darkness.
Why do you want to ruin my
I,
life?
I won't. I will say I wasn't as into it as that, but I'm hoping that by the end of the story I will be as invested as you guys are.
All I know
Yeah.
is I got done playing that mission, and I have zero desire to play Destiny 1 now.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Zero.
horrible.
I have
Yeah.
no desire to play
So
it. I don't
bad.
even care. I know Trials is going on for another 3 weeks or whatever. Don't give a shit.
Yeah, you guys wanted to like do some raids before the second one came
Yeah,
out,
I
and
don't
now I'm
even
just
care
kind of
anymore
like
because
I don't
none of
really
it
care.
matters. None of it matters. Like
Yeah, this was really that was the nail in the coffin.
Well, I'd actually like to finish another raid. I've only finished the one raid.
Me too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, there are always going to be things that you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't done them at all, you should do them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Otherwise,
definitely.
there's no point in doing this shit over
Right.
again.
But on the other hand, I don't feel like spending the several hours that it's going to take me to get gear to do the Wrath of the Machine or whatever the hell that last raid is called. Like, I don't want to invest that time when it's just going to all drop.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, oh, look at all these cool things I got that I'm never going to use.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same reason that I'm never going to play Crucible again, because I spent several hours of my life getting enough Crucible marks and rank to get to rank 3 to buy the Satyrian Rapier,
Okay.
and then I immediately stopped playing Destiny. And then when I came back, it's even worse. So
no, I'm with you. But yeah, that's story mission. Let's talk about the strike because I feel like that's the next part. I wrote a shitload of notes here. The strike is fun, and I feel like it's difficult enough to make it enjoyable, but not overbearing. Like it definitely had some. The enemies are hard as fuck now, and I like that. Like I like the challenge. I'm totally down with that. The environment involvement's really cool. Like having the spinning drill thing going around. I
Yeah.
liked
Yeah, that was
having
great.
yeah,
that.
that is great.
Having the different, like seeing the different levels of jumping, the platforming, like how large everything feels is awesome.
Yeah, and it really screws with your perception too, because you really don't realize how big those things are or how
Yeah,
fast
and
they're
then you
going
go to jump,
until they get to you,
and
They're
like
huge.
you're screwed, and you just get wiped out. Like
yeah, so all right, I played with 2 randos because there was a mishap with my online status on PlayStation Network, but it's gonna suck if you're playing with random people, or even if you're playing with stupid friends, because those guys like ran straight into the blades like 2 or 3 times, and there was no way that I was gonna go and
Res them.
res them
don't-
because
yeah,
I was
don't
going to
then.
die.
Just
Yeah.
just
Don't
keep
just
going
keep
by
going
yourself.
forward.
And
Trap.
this will tell you why we ended up wiping like 5 times on the boss, but it was a bad experience, but it wasn't the game's fault. It was just the people that were playing.
Yeah.
The hardest part was I wanted to look at everything that was going
Oh,
on
yeah, I
around
mean,
me. I'm
yeah.
like, wait,
That's the worst part of going with
Beautiful.
randos
Everything
too.
was-
Actually, the first time I did the strike, like I think I did it with Corey and this random person that actually wanted to talk to us, and he encouraged us to go run around
Explore,
and like check
find a
out.
lost sector.
Yeah,
was
we
it
were
stuff like
Nessus
that.
or whatever
messing
is
around
it
that
called?
yesterday.
Yeah, we were trying to unlock a public event that
Yeah,
there's definitely something to it, but like there's an area where like these Vex Minotaurs spawn, and when they despawn, like there's like these catapult portals. You know, the ones that you use
Yeah.
during the strike.
Yep.
They're like right there. It's like directly to the right and down a ways right when you transmat in. And once the enemies disappear, then so do the portals. But it's like got like it catapults you on the other side of the Milk Lake or Milk River, and then like you kill some more there, and there's another Minotaur, and then you go through it, and then it catapults you to another place. It's a big triangle of
Okay.
catapults.
Interesting.
You can-
and can't really figure out how it works. We
Well,
killed
because
it, and everything.
it starts
but
with two Vex, right? Is it just two?
No,
Vex?
I think
no, it's
it-
2 Minotaurs.
yeah, something like that.
And then when you came back the other time, there was the Minotaurs, and then there was what was it? A storm?
Storm Minotaur.
Yeah.
No, there were only Storm Minotaurs. There were
Was
like,
it only Storm Minotaurs? Oh.
There's enemies.
I would
Yeah.
doubt. I would.
It
like,
changed.
Did you read anywhere that you could get a public event going or no?
Yeah, I saw on Reddit that this guy was like, "Hey, I've got a public event and stuff, and something about Storm Minotaurs," and he's like, "Here's my gamer tag, or here's my PSN, and get at me, and we'll try to figure this out." And I was like, "Figure this out." So then I read it, and he's like, "Yeah, this is where you go. This is what you do." But it didn't seem like it.
I don't
was,
feel like it's functional yet.
Yeah, it
No, it
wasn't.
fizzles out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all just turns into a big circle.
Mhm.
Right.
So
you can also find pikes and just
Yeah.
fly
Yeah,
across.
You
the
just
milk.
cruise
pikes
around.
and-
Yeah.
Stream of milk.
The only thing I want to say about the strikes, negative wise, is that I feel like it should be 4-person fire teams. Like, and the main reason I say that is
That would
because
work.
if they're having PvP set at 4v4, and you're playing some PvP, and everybody reaches that point where they're like, okay, we got to take a break from something, but we still want to play. You then have to go to PvE and drop a player to do a strike. Like, that
Yeah.
completely contradicts
That's
Destiny's
true.
whole, like, oh, we want to make everybody communal and like play together with co-op and blah blah blah.
yeah, true.
So I think like they should, if they're not gonna turn Crucible back to 3v3 and 6v6, get rid of it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that when you were saying that. Like, well, what about the 6v6 stuff? And you're like, oh, well, we're gonna go do strike now. Well, then the other 3 players could go do anything that they wanted to do.
Exactly.
Too.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
some
you
of the,
still have 2 full tire.
some of
fire
the people
teams.
on Reddit were like, well, what then? Are they gonna do like 8-person raids? And it's like, you don't necessarily have
Why
to do
not?
8-person raids,
Yeah,
but why
the
not?
hell
Like,
not? Make them huge and hard.
yeah, exactly. Or even then, like, if you're still running with a 4-person fire team, that leaves you with 2 slots open for like randos. If you do want to
Yeah.
play the game like they're intending you to play it as like a clan that is like bringing people on to like play with.
Well,
you
there's
know?
good news. The one person that you drop can go to the clan system and play with randos.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's true, but that's not. It still doesn't work. Like,
I think
be
it's
cohesive throughout.
I think it's
is
kind
my-
of a mess either way. Like
Yeah.
there's not
It's
too
a
much.
mess.
I will say, platforming has no place being in this game. I think it's terrible, but
It's just another way for you to die.
yeah, that's dumb.
So
There's enough of those already.
Was there any particularly hard platform?
It wasn't hard. It was just I just think it's really bothersome and prevents my time to fun. It's like, here, jump over these blocks,
Would you-
potentially die again to try and get to other people.
would you rather run over a bridge?
Yep.
Why?
Bridge straight into the next section. Get me into that kill room so I can kill more things with the guns that you want me to
Well,
sit here and play hours to get.
I understand where you're coming from, but I think their idea was they were trying to make the strike seem like mini raids, and
I
they,
get it.
They did that. Like,
they
they've
shouldn't
achieved
be in the
that.
raids either.
No,
Nowhere
no,
in this
I don't
game.
agree with
I mean,
that.
I'll be honest
I
with you.
don't
I'm
agree
not a
with
fan
What kind of
doing,
shooters are you used to playing?
I'm
Ones
not
that
a
don't
fan-
have platforming.
I'm not
Did
a
you
fan
play
of the
Titanfall
jumping
2?
puzzles.
Yeah,
from,
that was good. They don't do it well here.
Well, yeah, you can wall
Those are the
run
bane
and
of my
grab onto
existence.
things and that.
Those are
the,
Touche.
the King's Fall jumping puzzle is the worst thing I've ever played in my entire
And
life.
it's awesome.
I hate it.
It's awesome, yeah.
I
And
hate it
it's
with
awesome.
a passion.
I think it seriously took me like a half an hour.
But I'll Oh, I did. I did
Like
it. It took me an
disgusting.
hour once to get through it, and the people I was playing with, luckily, it was like our normal raid squad,
Right.
and they were like, "Dude, like it's cool. Like we're
Drop
all just
out.
gonna go smoke a cigarette or a bowl, and then we'll be back." And I'm still dying the entire
That's
time. Like,
that's
Then you got to go to
stupid.
orbit.
and then
they
they're all
gotta go
like, they're
forward
like,
and then
"Hey,
join
bump
back
up
in.
your agility and see if like that helps your jumps and blah blah." blah. And I'm like, whatever. Like, I just don't.
let me do it.
I'm done,
Okay.
guys.
Turn up my skill meter.
I'm out of here.
I needed
I'll see you
Bones of
later.
EO just to be able to do it.
Yeah, but anyways,
That's ridiculous.
yeah. So anyways,
Putting
to,
the mic up to my mouth to shake my head.
to,
Make
Yeah,
sure
I
it
heard
gets on
that
the-
loud and
you
clear.
want
Hear
it
the
like this
wind.
this very audible shaking.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Anyways, no, I don't. You're all good, dude. To tie up this PVE experience that we're talking about here, the cooldowns for your melee and your grenade need to be bumped back
Those
up,
take forever.
and that's a balancing thing they need to figure out for both Crucible and PVE. But I
He
think
said the B word. Balance.
I think
It's funny.
PVE it's very important
Bungie?
because you need to
Yeah.
be able to like the speed of that really helps.
I don't think you're getting
anyone's
that.
play style. I don't think so either,
They
which
wanna-
sucks
Like they've slowed everything down to Halo levels of
because
movement.
they want you to focus on the gunplay, which I understand.
yeah.
But at they
You don't need to focus on that in PVE though, like at all.
No,
PVE
like
is where you
PvE
go and have fun.
right. So let me launch grenades as much as I want,
Yeah.
or like
Okay,
punch
I
people
agree.
as much as I want to.
Yeah.
That's all. PvP, like if they want to keep it slow there, I get it. Speed up the super at least.
Definitely.
Because playing an entire
Jesus.
match of PvP and not getting your super is a huge pain in the
very
ass.
depressing.
Yeah,
And you do not
I-
feel legend when you
No,
have to go
not
through
at all.
that. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
when you can play through an entire match, like you said, and it just maybe gets to super
Right.
at the very end
The
of the
score
match.
pops up, and
Once.
then
oh
I
yeah,
reached
but then
my-
That's
you've
what
got,
happened to me today.
But then you've got 7 other people.
ta-da!
that get
Match
the
is
same
over.
thing.
Everybody launched their supers at once because you
Yeah,
all just
in
got them right
celebration.
now.
And then it turns into a freaking mayhem.
yeah, it's just
like
kind of
playlist. And
ridiculous.
It's fucking
You
stupid.
guys just got to get more kills. You got to get good.
Yeah,
to be
no,
in the Crucible.
no, seriously, I watched this guy play on YouTube today, and he had a 38 efficiency or defeats,
Yeah.
which I actually went through and counted. He actually only got like 22, but it counted it as 38. No, I counted because I'm like, you're not as fucking cool as you think you are. But anyways, so and like he had to say it in the video, like, "Oh shit, boys, 2 supers in one game." Like that was a huge deal. Like that shouldn't be a huge deal.
It shouldn't be a huge
That
deal.
should not be a huge deal at all. It may be like an elimination trials
think-
match, yeah, but
2 should probably be the average. And if
Definitely.
you're really hardcore, maybe you get a third one. But barely getting one it's like why is it even in the game?
Right.
They might as
Definitely.
well just take it out of Crucible.
yeah.
Real quick, where was the strike? I don't even remember.
was on
where.
Nessus.
It was on
Nessus.
Nessus.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering how many
wait,
environments we saw.
Yeah, moving into Crucible though,
Yeah.
I think Crucible in general it feels faster in terms of time, which is something like
Yeah.
I felt the matches in D1 were so long, and when I first started playing Crucible, I was like, I hate doing this because it takes forever, and the load times took forever. So for the round to take forever, like I was not interested in the least bit.
Yeah.
Those the competitive ones can take longer.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
can.
I liked how quick it felt though. Like even the control matches we played felt really fast. Like
Those were very quick.
I
yeah.
never
Well,
felt like
it's
we
be-
were
it's be-
playing and like I was like I never got bored with playing. Even when we were doing poorly, like I never felt like it was taking forever to finish the match. Like cuz when you're losing, you're just waiting for the match to be over and like I never felt that. So
Well, them taking out you having to capture your first zone,
Yep.
and then you have to neutralize this zone and then capture that zone.
Yep, dropping the
it made it a lot
neutralization.
faster.
Yep, everything is like that's what I really liked about Control is that you all start with a zone and everyone has to beeline it. So when you beeline, it's like instant clash, like right away. Like
Exactly,
you just
yeah.
straight into action.
Yeah, that was cool.
And that's awesome. Like I think that's fantastic. I suck at the Control now. I used to be really good at it,
Same
but
here.
what I'm learning is that I just need to change my strategy because I was watching a few videos and it seems like the only way to really get the advantage in Control now is team shots. And that kind of sucks because you can't be like one super powered person in the group that's just like wrecking everyone. You have to work
Yeah.
as a
Unless you have
team.
power
I mean,
ammo.
that's
So-
where having such long cooldowns on the grenades and stuff really hurts.
Yeah.
If you're
Oh, yeah.
1v2ing somebody,
Yep.
it's like impossible.
Because
if
there
you
will
don't
be
have a grenade.
deserters. There will be deserters.
And that's the thing. If you're gonna if you're gonna have long cooldowns, don't buff or don't nerf the damage that those things do.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
The fact that it takes like 3 melee hits to kill someone with full
That's
life
so
is
frustrating.
complete bullshit. Especially if I have to wait like a minute or two to get that ability back. Like,
It's because you don't have much of the light anymore, I guess. I don't know.
You know what? I played Trials last night, and when I punched somebody twice, I was like flabbergasted because I was like hot off the beta. I was like totally shocked. I was like, oh my God, that felt so good. Like, seriously, like it sucks having to punch somebody 3 times because that engagement is one punch too long. And by the time you get it done, if you even do, the rest of the team is white on rice on you.
right.
So
I'm interested to see what 4v4 like team deathmatch will be like, because I feel like Control and Countdown are obviously, you know, their own thing, but even on deathmatch wise, like having teams of 6, it felt pretty big, at least when I was playing Clash back in the day.
I want 8v8 Clash.
oh man,
Oh my god.
Well,
That'd
I
be
mean,
ridiculous.
The way Destiny shipped, it was kind of designed to be a bigger event like that because the vehicle maps were just a normal part of the rotation, if I
Right.
recall.
Yeah.
And those were
Yes.
huge maps.
Yeah.
But then they kind of restructured it to make it a smaller affair.
Yeah, so I played a little bit of Control. It went very well. We actually won the couple rounds that I played just because, I don't know, my team was doing well. Like, I think we were just
Team
playing
shots.
against other people that sucked because, no, there was no cooperation or anything. It was just, like, I ran straight for B, claimed it, killed a couple guys, and then we actually got A, and then we had all 3 points for like half of the match. And so
Yeah.
that was...
That gives
That
you a
was
lot of
easy.
extra points.
Yeah, so you know,
I think it doubles it.
Control felt
Yeah,
good.
so-
I always liked Control back in when I was actually playing
Yeah.
Crucible stuff, but
Yeah,
I
still
do like the speedier non-neutralization for
What
sure.
I dislike about Control now is I can't get a good grenade in and kill like the whole team or anything.
Oh no, use the pulse grenade.
It's
Yeah,
just,
the pulse grenades are OP as hell.
my goodness.
Although I did get a double kill with the lightning nade on a striker, but I mean that's just people forgetting that you don't need to all be on one point.
I don't understand what's so funny.
Yeah, I don't get what's so funny either.
I did get a double kill.
I did get a
on a lightning nade
I
and
got
a
a
striker.
double kill there.
Special guest Adam Sandler's in the studio today.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
No, I really need
sandwiches and sliced up some
no.
I need my nothing manacles back so that my scatter grenades can actually attach.
I don't think
to,
you're
Listen,
gonna
you
get
make
So
it.
you
that,
don't have
you
to
make that
actually hit your
face, but there are
target.
people that like our impressions in the internet.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bloomin' onion.
yeah,
That wasn't your best.
you can do better.
Yeah.
Anyways, Countdown I think is a really fun change of pace.
Yeah,
I dig it.
I was a little confused at first,
And I actually
naturally,
think-
but it's pretty awesome.
I think 4v4 works really well for that mode.
Oh, yeah,
particularly.
definitely.
But again, like we need to figure this 4v4, 3v3.
it works well for Control with
whatever.
that size map.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if they stick to that general size, it's good. It feels good, but it could very easily be 6v6 or 8v8
Yeah.
or anything like that, and it would still be fun.
but the gameplay's fun.
Yeah, I had a hard time with it just because I was playing with randos.
It's
You-
definitely very hard to play with randos.
You have to coordinate. It
That's
definitely
your-
takes strategy.
That's your time to shine, though. I think, like how Brian was saying, like with the lowered cooldowns, you can't like be that superstar for that like one play that you make and stuff. But like playing with randos and Countdown, like I had multiple like.
Well,
big
when you
guys.
get 3 people trying
But
to be
it's-
3 or 4 people trying to be showboats and they just get themselves killed,
Right.
it's not very.
But I will
helpful
say
for-
this though: anytime that I did make a play and like clutched around, it wasn't having anything to do with any of my primary gun skill. It was because I pulled power ammo.
Mm.
Because you're only going to do that because your cooldowns on your abilities are way too long,
Yeah.
and if you don't have super, then your only play is to get one hit kill weapons.
I gotta say, every
So-
time I pulled the power ammo with that fusion rifle, I got at least one.
Yeah,
kill.
shit, yeah, and you
It's, like,
should,
impossible
and you
to
fucking
not.
should, because it's a power weapon.
Yeah, but
And it
I
should
didn't
feel
like
powerful
that
in your
with
hands.
the other power weapons. I mean, that's a complaint I have is they don't feel that powerful.
Shotgun.
We'll get into the
Shotgun.
weapons. I
Shotgun
have
for sure.
weapons on my list here. We'll get there.
All right.
We'll get there.
Are we gonna get the supers?
I want to get into each of the classes now. So I'm going to
Okay.
start with the Sentinel. I really, really like
Can we
the
talk
Sentinel.
about the glide settings?
Yeah, we can. While we're
Ooh.
talking about
I'm
each of these,
I'm just joking.
Yeah, no,
but
no, no,
You guys are serious.
No, I am serious. I could fill up a
Whatever
whole
you want.
block.
Yeah, this is why I
I
was
mean,
like,
because I
we'll
got
try to keep
issues
this
with
short.
mobility too. I mean,
All right,
there's
anyways.
supers, cooldowns, mobility.
all right, shut up.
Okay, fine.
Time to kill.
I
Time to
love
kill
I love the
damage
bonus.
Sentinel.
Boom effect.
I love the Sentinel a lot. I really like being able to not only play as like the Captain America type, but I also like being able to pop a bubble if I need to.
Sentinel's the new Titan for those people that.
I'm a big fan. The lack of a proper attacking super in D1 as like as the defender was a huge problem for me, and I was less likely to play defender because of the fact that the super, when they give you have to do like X amount of super damage or whatever, or not super damage. You need X amount of super kills for this bounty or whatever. How are you gonna get super kills with the fucking defender bounty? Like,
Yeah.
not possible.
It's not.
Means you don't
Yeah,
get
it
to
never
do it.
counted them when you were like buffed by whatever your
Right.
role
Right,
done.
so-
Well, I mean,
So now
that
to
was
have
more of a
that-
flaw with the bounties. I
Like if
feel.
I'm trying to level that particular subclass, like it helps to have it equipped, and if I can't kill anything with it, like that kind of sucked. But now I can, and that's awesome. I really like the Titan Shield too, the class ability. The half wall is probably my favorite thing in the entire
Oh
beta.
yeah, just
Because-
ducking down to
Except
reload.
when you
is
accidentally set
great.
it out and you're like, oh, I didn't
Yeah.
even put it
For-
here.
Yeah,
for
so
one,
every
you hold the
time.
button down too long.
Fortunately, if it's a half wall, you can just jump over it.
So when the shield is up, every time you duck below it, do you reload?
You reload.
Yes.
Yeah.
instantly.
If you're already
no
in the crouched
animation.
position,
I've got to say, like the
So-
extra abilities that they added for all the classes is a game changer as far as like how much team play you can get.
It's
going.
awesome. I mean,
Eh.
I'm a huge
2 out of
fan,
3.
Huge fan of that shield. That's
Well,
probably
out of
not
three.
my favorite thing.
The hunter got kind of screwed,
The hunter got
like
screwed.
A
usual.
lot of people think the hunter got screwed. You
Because
guys
the
want
hunter
to
did
keep
get
you want to
screwed.
keep talking about the Sentinel, or do you want to talk
Yeah,
about
let's
the
No,
talk
hunter?
no,
about
no,
the
no.
Sentinel.
All right,
Let's talk about
it.
Sentinel.
Let's talk
We'll
about
just
it.
cry.
All right, Sentinel's cool. I don't think I've used a bubble but once.
I haven't
Right.
ever used one.
Right,
No,
because everybody wants to be
shield.
Captain America right now.
I don't
so
even want
that's
to be
cool.
Captain America. I haven't had a chance to pop my fucking super because the
Wait,
fucking
you
rounds
can
are
still
over so
do the
fast.
bubble?
What?
Yeah, if you
hold
hold,
It's an
down.
armor, but you have to hold it down.
you can do a bubble. If you hold it.
If you just
Oh,
tap
I
it,
didn't
tap
know
it,
that.
Tap it.
that's when you get your shield.
You turn into Captain America.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, like, if
Captain Russia.
I could see the
technically.
bubble being useful in Countdown.
yeah,
Oh.
it could. Yeah, of course.
Is it a
But I mean-
smaller bubble? Like
No,
all
no,
the
it's the same
supers are
size,
smaller?
Same
and
bubble?
actually, it shows.
Like you can only fit 2.5.
yeah, it
Titans
shows
in it?
signs of
Crouch in
degradation too.
Okay.
Like
That's cool.
it will start like looking noticeably.
cracking.
Like there's holes
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, it'll look
That's
unhealthy.
cool.
the
So
longer
now
it
to
gets
get a
shot.
normal bubble, do you have to pop the bubble and have the warlock come in and cast their like area of effect thingy inside of it?
I don't know, but
essentially?
that's a really good
That's
idea.
actually
I'm
a really
gonna
good
try
Yeah,
idea.
that.
they basically have the
I'm gonna
weapons
try
of
that
light
today.
effect and the
and the healing.
Yeah, that'd be
Healing
freaking
is
sweet.
kinda like
yeah,
the
there you
shield.
go, and that's team
armor
play.
of light.
But,
Strategy.
But yeah, the,
That's what I would do.
Strategy.
And you could get another one to put a half wall in there, so you could just teabag
All right.
the floor.
Yep.
To
All right.
reload.
Yeah.
There you go.
And since you have a team of 4, you could have a hunter there doing nothing.
there you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
You could have a
exactly.
You could have
A
them accidentally
reinforced
throw
bubble.
their throwing knife and not get it back till the end of the match.
Yeah.
awesome.
But dude, well, actually, I saw this one play that somebody made with Sentinel where somebody Nova bombed. It was in a countdown match. Somebody Nova bombed, and there's the bubble that you can use, and then the Sentinel shield, which has one shield throw that will ricochet, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty much magnetized to any other enemies that are around you. And then there's also like force barrier shield that you can use during the
To
super
block.
too to block things.
Shots.
I saw somebody get a Nova Bomb exploder right next to him and kill his buddy, but he was using that shield and he didn't get killed by it. So, I mean, you want to talk about dexterity and versatility. Like, Sentinel has everything
Yeah.
that you need for that.
That's cool.
Whereas other classes.
What about those
and
different types
subclasses
of
do not.
catapult?
The different types of
The
what?
jumping.
The jumping.
Oh,
You
the,
sounded
like-
really excited.
You
to
mean it's
talk
like
about that.
mobility?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like the middle one, I forget what the new ones are that they call them strafe.
We'll have that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Strafe lift? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
strafe lift.
Strafe.
I mean, it's cool. You can't really Titan skate, but
I still think it's pretty fast, though.
yeah, you can
It is
still
get
definitely
around pretty
fast.
yeah, you
well.
can get
for,
around really well because you still have
horizontally.
lateral movement. You know what I mean? So it works.
It definitely feels more lofty though. It has like.
Oh yeah,
a
there's no use
bouncier
to do
feel.
it. There's no need in doing it anymore unless you're trying to get to a higher elevation.
Right.
So,
I,
which is okay.
I definitely like the movement changes with the warlock. Like, definitely seems a lot faster.
Yeah, I've been stuck on Blink. So
Blink feels really cool when you use it.
Hell yeah,
now.
it does.
It's
Feels
not,
really good.
For some reason, it wasn't as disorienting as it usually is for me either. 'cause
Yeah, no,
I put it on
it
when I was
sounds
doing
cool.
Crucible stuff. Yeah, it just like the
Wow.
effects that. Sorry, we're going into the Warlock, but
Oh, that's fine. I have Sentinel and then Arcstrider and Dawnblade is the order I
Okay.
have it in.
We
But
can-
that's okay. We can talk Warlock now if you want.
What about
Yeah,
the
let's do
old
that.
classes?
who cares?
They're old.
They're
But they're
different,
different.
now, though.
That's fine. We can go into those too.
Whatever.
I was mainly focusing on the new shit.
Okay.
Like
So-
the new shit.
So for the other classes, real quick, the new ability, do they all do the same thing for all three of them as well? Because it is for the Warlock. The Warlock gets the healing or the
yeah, it's specific to the
Yeah.
class, not
Yeah.
the subclass.
The hunter,
Okay.
I don't think gets anything. Oh yeah, dodge. That's right.
They get
Well,
their little.
They get the
They get reload
the twirl
dodge
and
or
the somersault
or they
straight
get
step.
melee recharge dodge. Those are the
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
dodges.
You either
If
reload
the-
your gun or you reload your melee if you're in close proximity to enemies. So
I would trade having a barrier or like a healing rift for a dodge if the dodge wasn't on such a long cooldown. It
Well,
just seems really unfair.
In my opinion, I think the dodge effect should just be an actual node in the tree that you can use, much like
Like
shoulder
chase step?
charges. Like
well,
shoulder charge.
I think the
like,
better comparison would be the mid-air dodge that Icarus dodge that the Sunsinger or the Dawnblade gets, because that is like a Twilight Garrison mid-air dodge maneuver that's only on a 10-second timer.
yeah.
so why did
Why
they
not
get
just
that
give the hunter that?
and a whole ability?
Right, exactly.
Who the
Take
hell
out.
hates hunters so much?
I don't know.
That
I
designs
don't know.
This game?
I would take out.
Just
I would
take the class out of the game.
I would keep the marksman's dodge that
It's
does the
upsetting.
twirly lateral movement that reloads your gun when you use it. I would take out the shade step that reloads your melee if you don't have it yet, if there are enemies in close proximity, and I would put that on a 10-second timer, just like the Icarus dodge on a Warlock.
Yeah,
And then
that
come
makes
up with
sense.
something better that has more utility
Yeah.
for you and the people that are on your team.
It should be like
Definitely.
a little bubble of invisibility or something.
That would be awesome. Like if you
That
did
would
that and
make
it just
sense.
invises your whole team if they're right next to you or
Yeah.
something, or just invises you. That would be amazing. That would be so cool. That's such an awesome idea. I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
just came up with it.
Dude, yeah, no,
Just on the
Bungie,
fly.
listen,
Just
please.
seemed like a
That'd
good
be
idea.
so cool. I'm redditing
Bungie doesn't
that.
listen to this.
no, they don't.
I'm redditing
They don't
that
give a shit about it.
for sure. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it just seems silly that it's an ability that doesn't benefit the team at all when the other
Exactly.
two have abilities that benefit the team.
I didn't realize that Arcstrider had combos.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the shit.
What?
That
You
is
can
so
do different
cool.
moves and
Yeah.
combos.
Well, I know
like-
you can do
like
different
fighting
moves, but I didn't know like
you can
could
combo them,
chain
and-
them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which
That-
makes
I will
that
say they
makes it
did
cool.
a good job making that cooler than it sounded at first. Like it just sounded like it's like Arcblade with different animations, but it's actually in practice it feels a lot better.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's way more fluid, and yeah, like you said, there's more variety of moves and stuff you can do.
I have a lot of issues with it though.
like what?
Like a half hour's worth of issues.
No, I'll try to keep it as short as I can, okay? You're a sitting duck when you use it. I mean, the whole description of the hunter, when you choose it, it says like agile, quick, like
You
lives
should
for
be
the
able to
shop,
wall
blah, blah,
run
blah.
when you're doing it.
Or that would be amazing too. But like, you need to be Darth fucking Maul in the Phantom Menace when you pop that
he
thing.
would jump off a wall.
He would do all kinds of shit and do it faster, and that's my problem because you're not fast when you use it. Like the lunges, I don't think you need to lengthen them because that might be a little bit more OP, but make them quicker. You get unlimited dodges. It's like a flat spin. If you've ever seen episode 1, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, you do like a flat spin dodge. And
I'm
you get
sure
a,
we've all seen it. We just wanted to.
They
forget
actually
that we saw
mocapped
it.
Ray
Right.
Park for the entire.
But that was an awesome
Strider.
scene.
He's the
but-
only one that knows how to do that. So
But like you get unlimited dodges like that, but they're slow as shit, and they don't really serve any purpose. I mean, yeah, they'll get you out of the way, but they're not gonna like get you out of that like oh shit situation. Like I don't feel powerful when I use it because this is a game that's centered around team shots, and I don't feel like you're really making big plays with the Arcstrider.
I mean, obviously the hunter's not supposed to be part of the team or even the game apparently because there's no team play
Right.
mechanics involved with them.
I think like I saw Wish You Luck did gameplay on Countdown with that, and he popped his Arcstrider to make a play, and this dude literally, he was a hunter, and he ran away from him by jumping backwards and just kept jumping backwards and shooting at him with his gun, and he killed him with it while he was in, and he couldn't do anything about it. There was no way for him to close the gap on somebody that should have been turned around running the opposite way, but he
Like
was
if he had like a blink or something like that during
Or
it, where-
something.
Why can't he throw
Anything.
his staff thing?
That's the thing too. Like everybody thought you were going to be able to do that, right? But it does have a range. It does have a range maneuver on it, which is kind of like throwing
Yeah.
it forward,
Really?
but it doesn't though.
It should be one of those. I can't think of the name of that weapon. My favorite weapon in
Dr.
Neo.
Nope.
With the chain
I
and
haven't played that.
The
blade.
Kusuragawa.
Kusuragami or whatever.
Kusuragami.
Yeah.
It should be one of
Yeah.
those.
Like if
because
you-
that gives you range and
Yeah, if you could like take the staff and just kind of like throw it like that and it go around and then come back to you, that'd be
Yeah, that'd be
fucking
cool, too.
tits, dude. That'd be awesome.
I have to say, I don't really enjoy the melee supers that much, and it's fine if everybody has one, and that's like an option. Like I'm gonna be a Nova Warlock. I didn't enjoy Dawnblade that
the
much.
Dawnblade, you just throw the blades. That's not really the same.
Yeah, but that's dumb.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
ranged
I
attack,
felt
though.
like Dawnblade made me feel really badass. when I
Fuck
was
yeah, it
using
did.
Like just floating in the air and
Dodging in
launching
midair.
fire blades down, and that sound they make when they whiz past you, like
It looks real. I don't know. I only got to pop it a couple times because
No,
I
that
had
was
to
the
ask.
only super that I actually was
it
like
just made
fearful
me
when they
yeah,
popped it.
like
Hell
made
yeah,
me,
dude.
It made you
Shit.
feel really cool. Like I
you know
felt
he's
cool
flying
using
around?
it.
Yeah.
Death
You're
from
just
above.
missing yourself, Rez, right?
No, I never used that either.
It's
I
It's
was.
a fucking
I'm just a
hailstorm,
Nova Warlock for the most part.
brimstone.
But
But yeah, I mean, I think like the striker is pretty okay because you get like a speed boost when you do it, and it's now a roaming super and it's a melee based one. But
I like that about it.
yeah, you can either shoulder charge somebody or just like slam the ground with it now has a decreased radius. But
But you can do it more than once.
yeah, you can do it more than
It's
one.
like
You can do it like
throwing
3 or
a
4
Titan
times.
temper tantrum.
Yeah, because how many times
Yeah.
have you gone to Fist of Havoc and totally screwed it up?
A Titan.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
done that.
Titan
yeah.
tantrum.
Oh my god!
I just wish there was like a death from above style that you could do with it, like in D1 or something, because you're really just once you pop it, like your work is
stop it.
done on the ground. Like you can't get an angle
no,
on
I
somebody.
jumped and did it. and-
Once you pop,
Right,
you
but
can't
like
stop.
you can't angle it like you
no,
would death
not with,
from
no,
above.
not that.
Pringles.
What's the other one? Gunslinger.
this episode brought to you by Pringles.
The other
Not-
one.
not really.
Gunslinger.
Yes, we love Pringles chips. Once you pop, you can't
All right.
stop. This is Gary Gall for Pringles.
Gary Gall.
Gary Gall loves the Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Anyways,
Gary Gall.
you want to talk about the other subclasses that everyone's already played before?
No, did we talk about Dawnblade that much? I don't know.
I
It doesn't-
tried to get into
Gunslinger,
it.
you get a shorter super for 6 shots, and it fires like the last word in D1. That's really all that you need to
Yeah.
Yeah.
know
it's-
about. Everything else is
it's
the same, pretty much.
Serviceable.
I mean, I had fun with it, but once you pop your super, you have to like use it like within
Yeah.
like 10 seconds, and then you're out.
Like they have to be like right in front of you.
I totally whiffed a Nova Bomb on the boss of the strike, and I felt like such an asshole.
It's easy as shit, though, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't it track now?
He's fast though.
Only if
No.
it blows up on
Oh, I
something
thought-
first.
Oh,
He
I
is
thought it
quick.
tracked.
He is
He's
quick.
fast. He's like Crota
Yeah.
running around.
It was
Yeah.
worse because it was the part where he stuck to the middle of the map, and it was right when he turns away to get off of it.
Oh man, that's
It was.
That's
it was.
No,
demoralizing.
go
sad.
back.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was like, do I not get a mulligan on that?
in
that should be
general-
a thing you can select. Is like if you whiff a Nova Bomb, you can get one more try.
You should be able to stop it part way out and then just suck it back in.
Like, wait, nope.
Nope, that's not going to hit.
but it depletes half your life or something.
Reabsorbing a Nova Bomb definitely would
it would
deplete your
hurt
life.
you, yeah, because you're reabsorbing it to
Yeah.
use it a second time
Where does it go?
into your body.
Oh yeah, you can absorb your super energy to like intensify the radius.
What if
of
you
your
could
grenades.
throw your Nova Bomb at other people on your team to charge their supers?
sickness? That'd be cool. Take my light gun. You just rip it out of your chest.
But the
You didn't get it all, Gary.
void is like the opposite of light, though.
I know.
Take my darkness.
Yeah.
Gunplay in general is relatively unchanged as far as I'm concerned.
Well, how
Good.
about the
pretty
submachine
similar.
gun?
I was gonna get into that. I
There's
think
one that's worth it.
I like the submachine
Gladish
guns.
says just wait for Battlefront 2 if you want Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Glass,
Yeah,
shut
that's
up. Seriously, I'm trying to do
Earlier, he also
something
said
here,
so
man.
the Mexican has to hold his mic by himself.
There we go. Wait, that was Gladish?
Yep.
Just
Oh,
to
okay.
clarify, we know this person.
Yeah. we-
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is not okay to say things like that.
I know.
Normally, unless I know you.
Back to the game. I really like the submachine guns a lot, especially for close quarters. And I'm the type of person who normally rolls like scout rifle or auto
Yeah.
rifles. And
Yeah, that option.
scout rifles aren't the best for close quarters.
Mhm.
Auto rifles are good for like close quarters or range, depending on which gun you're using. Being able to have like a submachine gun and a scout rifle equipped feels really good. Because then I can cover long and short range, no problem.
So the Warlock came with the scout rifle and the energy weapon slot.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It didn't feel very good. I
That-
think it's
that
just that
specific
scout rifle.
Just that
was
one.
Yeah, it's
not,
not good.
nice.
It felt just like the submachine gun to me. It felt more Far Cry, like pea shooter, dream killer, whatever
Yeah.
Brian's gun
it's
was.
it's no hung jury.
Yeah, so I didn't.
Does not compute is probably more on that.
I didn't
Yeah,
really-
that's a
I
good
like that one.
You'd like
that
that
one
one.
hits hard.
Yeah, I didn't really love that, but I get it for the submachine gun because it's just basically throwing bullets at things.
Yeah, it's
and
bullet
It feels
it
like
should be
a
really
submachine
light.
gun from Halo.
Yeah, but the scout rifle was a little disappointing. So hopefully I can find one that I like more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one weapon that dominates over all of them in the beta right now though, and that's the Nurgle
The
Nurgle
Void
something
pulse rifle?
It's the arc pulse rifle
Mhm.
that goes in the
I think
elemental
it's
slot,
Void, but that's
Mhm.
okay.
and it's a full auto pulse, and I
I
think that
did
it's
like
the same
that.
rate of fire as either the Hawksaw or the like Clever Dragon type in Destiny 1. But it is noticeably better than any of the other weapons. It's very consistent. Everybody loves it.
Can we?
So how do you guys feel about the
It's getting nerfed.
the primary power setup?
It's a little weird.
It's hard to get used to.
Yeah, like
Mhm. I'm not in love with it.
I don't think I got enough opportunities to really care about using the energy, like switching to the energy weapon that much.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I need more time with that system. It seems fine. Like the more scout rifles I can equip, the better. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
You run out
I
of
like
ammo
having
in
two
one
weapons
and
I can use
just have another
constantly
one.
that always have ammo. Especially the way Destiny 1 was changed and left permanently, where you
Yeah,
can
we're not
never
gonna talk
use your
about that.
special weapons, basically.
Did anybody have a sniper rifle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're okay.
That was
That one is not my favorite, but you can make it
You
work.
can
Are
kill
those
somebody
all-
with a headshot.
those
but
all
it's-
power weapons now?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sniper, shotgun, fusion rifle, grenade launcher, rocket launcher.
I'm kind of bummed about
No
that
LMGs.
because I liked having a scout and a sniper for different occasions and being able to switch between the two, and also
Yeah.
a Galahorn.
Understandable, but that's the thing. I like the new setup because I don't ever use secondary weapons. Like I don't like using them, so I just
That's
don't.
very true.
I use heavy weapons and I use primaries, and that's it. And so, like, for me to be able to switch between a semi-automatic gun and an automatic gun and have a heavy is perfect for me. It's the play style now is better. I love the way it's set up. It's perfect.
That's cool that it gives you that variability, but I liked being, like to me, scout rifles. Yeah, I would keep a little more distance than I would with say a hand cannon,
Right.
obviously. But I liked being able to use pull out my icebreaker and kill somebody from way across the field, or run up with my scout rifle and do a little more damage, and then pull out a rocket launcher and be able to do some like big damage when I needed
Yeah.
to. But
yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do that anymore, and that sucks.
That's
The grenade launcher was kind of fun though.
I
I'm,
did
like
like
it.
that.
I'm guessing they're going to have some really low rate of fire, high impact scout rifles,
they'll
though,
have
that you can
different
use
archetypes.
kind of in place
As
of a
a
sniper rifle.
sniper. Yeah, maybe that's true. We'll see.
with some kind of energy attack too.
'Cause I would say like the one primary one they have in the beta that does not compute one hits almost as hard as the sniper rifle.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
one.
it's pretty hard.
It feels a little weird to me, like almost part of me is like, why would I bother not using the energy weapon if it does the same amount of damage as, say, the normal one? Obviously, there's instances where it's not going to take a shield down, or a certain type of elemental damage is going to be more helpful than the one that you're using, that kind of situation. They might throw in modifiers that are like, arc damage does nothing, so then you shouldn't be doing that. But it's kind of like what's the point? But
Mhm.
I feel like I just need to play the game more to understand the strengths of the system.
Yeah, you saw a lot of people fumbling around trying to figure out what the heck was
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
it was
I kind of
def-
liked.
like
'cause I had to
yeah,
do
I
the
mean,
same thing.
there's
Yeah.
that, and then just like the idea of I mean, I spent a lot of time in the menu just figuring out what combo of guns I wanted to use,
Right.
like, and especially like when you're trying them out, because like I wanted to try and pair up guns that I felt worked really well together. So, and actually, like the what was the Titan exotic that we get? I don't remember what it's called.
The Sweet Business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sweet Business is
Yeah.
a ton of fun to use too. Like I really liked using that in conjunction with the scout rifle. Like having like I felt like that was a good way.
Yeah, that
Probably.
lays down a lot of
It's
bullets.
got that spin up time.
Yeah, it's a kind of a pain in the ass.
It does
but once
start
if you
firing.
get once
hang
it
of
gets
it, though, man.
rolling, once it
Woo!
gets rolling, I mean,
Shred 'em
you're
up.
just you're whoever you're up against. You could 1v1 someone
It's
easily
some
with
sweet business.
that. It is sweet.
It
business.
is some Sweet Business.
I didn't really like any of the other exotics. I thought
liked
the
the
Sunshot's
Hunter
alright.
one. Yeah,
Sunshot's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean, it wasn't that
That thing-
exotic
That
to
was-
me,
but-
but it
no,
was,
No,
it didn't
not
feel
at all.
exotic, but
It was a
it
good,
was a
solid
good
hand
feeling
cannon.
hand.
It had
hand
a
cannon.
fucking exotic sound to it, though. When
Yeah.
you fire it, it's
It
just
looks
like,
exotic.
It worked
It's
really well in
beefy and
PvE. It worked
robust.
really well in the opening mission.
hell yeah.
The Arc submachine gun was kind of cool, like a mini Zalo.
I never
Like, that
used
was
that.
kinda
I
cool,
still
but-
haven't used that because the Nurgle is
Yeah.
Yeah.
so good. I can't.
But it
in
chains
something
the
else there.
lightning together. Like
Yeah, just
with
like
other,
Zalo?
Yeah, it's just like Zalo. It was kind of cool, but not
Mm.
that cool. Yeah, just in general, I think the guns feel really good.
I don't
Definitely.
like they
Except for
shortened
the grenade launcher.
They shortened the long press on pulling out the heavy, and it feels weird at the moment.
Oh yeah, I can't even tell you how many
Yeah.
times like when I was running as a hunter, and I like wanted to use my sniper, but I was still stuck in like Destiny 1 shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was in the second slot, and I did forget that I have to hold down, and then it like comes out at this weird time. I'm like, I'm not expecting
like
that.
that.
at all.
They changed that timing a little bit, and it's just enough for me to be like, I don't know what weapon I'm holding at any point in time.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So
Especially when you get two that look kind of similar.
yeah,
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the fusion rifle looks a lot like I think one of the submachine guns or something.
Yeah.
And I kept getting confused which one I had out until I actually looked at the ammo count.
the
Yeah.
submachine gun was longer than like the pulse rifle that I was using at one point. and
Well,
I was like,
luckily,
oh, really?
well, I was gonna this good segue into the next section I want to talk about. With the addition of the mod system, you'll be able to put shaders on your guns too. It looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
so
that'll be
you'll be
cool.
able to tell the difference between the different types of guns that you
It's
have.
neon
That'll
pink,
help.
Um,
black.
Plus,
they showed that there
I'm
were
gonna neon
mods
pink
in the
my
game.
shit.
They
Yeah.
didn't actually like let you mess around with the mods,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
kind of a bummer. But
yeah, they would have given us like one or two. That would be
the
nice.
idea to like that we'll be able to tweak our guns a little more and make them more our own is really cool to me. It's same thing with armor, to like be able to tweak it to like change our play style to fit us as a person.
Yeah.
Is it really any different than like the selectable changes on the guns in Destiny 1?
Well, I mean, to me it looks like you'll be able to swap out elementals, so you can change.
Oh,
like
really?
if you really
Mhm.
like a
That's what it looked
specific
like, yeah.
gun, like you can put an elemental on it depending on which one you want to use and change it. Like
That's
I'm not-
cool.
So that kind of it works. Like if I say I get a hung jury in D2 and I really like using hung jury, but I want it to have void damage, I can add a void mod to it. Things like that. So, and it looks like they scaled back a lot of the customization to the guns too. So maybe you'll be able to add other certain mods to it to do.
Yeah, I
different
wasn't
things.
sure how
Like,
much
I don't
of
really
that-
know.
I wasn't sure how much of that was just like, here's all the basic
Right.
crap, and then you'll get in the real game. Because like all the armor that you get is technically legendary, but they only have the, do you want this thing or do you want the other one?
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's kind of like,
They could just be like giving us a sample.
this is
there.
all the plain Jane,
Yeah.
whatever.
But yeah, I mean, if I like a specific type of armor and the way it looks, like I can throw like a different, modifier on it that makes it have more resilience, maybe, or something. I'm just kind of spitting
it's
out there.
it's cool that you can change the shader per armor piece now too.
Yeah.
Instead of for your whole Guardian.
I mean, I'm okay. I would be okay with
It's
the
gonna
whole
be fun.
Guardian than having like this, Harlequin looking like multicolored.
It's all about choice,
Yeah,
man. Some
like,
people like
see-
that ugly ass.
See,
look,
but
so.
then here's
Yeah.
that's
Let
I've
them
got
do
my ass
that.
kicked plenty of times by people ugly as shit.
Yeah.
if
So-
I have different pieces of armor that I like and
Joseph
none
in
of
the
them have
Technicolor
the same
Warlock
shader on them,
yeah.
I won't like. That's not good. I think they're just
Hunter Club
not.
Hunter Cloak.
They're not appreciating
Warlocks
the
wear, like,
OCD
robes.
crowd.
ropes.
Well, some
Bonds.
different
Joseph-
shaders
We
that
need
I've
to not
had.
have
was
two conversations
more-
going.
I
on
know,
at once.
my-
More of a robe.
It was more of a robe than a cloak.
Sorry to
This has
anybody
nothing
trying
to
to
do
listen to
with
this.
It was a
Oh, I'm
dream coat.
sorry.
Technicolor dream coat.
It seems
Yeah.
like something a warlock would have.
A Technicolor dream coat.
And then he'd
I'd be
start
down.
breaking out. in
Bungie,
song
put
and
that one
dance.
in the game as an exotic.
Oh, man.
The Warlock's Technicolor dream
Yeah.
coat, and it's just rainbow colored.
It's exotic.
My point is, like, some of the shaders probably will go well together. Like, for instance, you have a bunch of Dead Orbit shaders that are all just blacks and whites and grays. Maybe you want a certain part to be black instead of white, so you can
And that,
switch the shader.
having the
on it.
customization is cool, but I think if I can't have like a uniform, I don't know, who gives a fuck at what the color things are. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, some people
mean,
can't even see that shit.
Maybe the shaders for armor, like you apply it to one piece and it just changed the whole set. Who knows? Like, I don't know.
If you could flip that on and
mods
off, or
are
something.
dumb.
Hang on. Yeah,
They have shaders
ship,
for your ships too.
ship mods are stupid
Just
because the
read
ship.
exactly what you.
Yeah, ship mods are dumb without ships having an actual function. Who gives a shit? That's what I wrote. That's my
awesome.
note. Fuck that. If you're not gonna let me fly the goddamn thing
Yeah, no
around,
shit.
fuck you. Like,
No shit.
seriously.
Who cares?
I want to fly the fucking
there are
ship.
other
Something
games for
everybody
that.
said
I want to
they
have
wanted,
goddamn
though.
dogfights in
Yeah,
space.
that's what everybody
I
said
want
they
to
wanted.
fucking
Go
shoot
put
things
your
down.
stupid VR thing on and play Valkyrie.
Shut the
you know?
fuck up, Brian.
Shouldn't
Ship
have to
mods are
change
dumb.
games.
They're dumb.
I
and
don't know.
I don't like them. Just,
Shaders in general to me.
just don't even
kinda
have ship
whatever.
mods. Like, just take them out of the game. That's stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid.
Okay.
All right.
The new armor system, I
So I
really
think he
like.
thinks it's stupid.
I like the new armor system. I like the resilience, mobility, and recovery setup that they have going on. I like the idea that there are different like weight classes to the armor, is what it looks like. So like you could have a heavier set of Titan armor
Yeah.
that fucks your mobility up, but it makes you turn into a tank with that thing.
Which at this point doesn't really matter
Yeah, but
because mobility is only linked to vertical movement still.
Well, that's.
they need to.
I don't
There's
not-
like barely any change.
I'm okay with that somewhat because I've played games where certain characters move faster than others, and it's kind of irritating.
Well, yeah, like
Like
that's
general
one.
running speed.
Yeah, like when my Titan's faster than your Hunter.
Yeah, but I mean that should be
Bring it.
functionally like maybe the Titan shouldn't be able to be the fastest, as you were saying a while ago.
Because he's supposed to be a
He's
tank.
supposed to be a
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah.
But the having the ability to change how quickly you can move, I think, would be very.
Like, what if you?
I'm
wanna-
all
That's how it
for it.
should
What
work.
if you
I am
want to
all
play
for
a
it.
run and gun Titan
I want more
that
mobility.
has like zero recovery, but you're fast as balls and you can take a couple
Like
hits?
yeah,
Like,
that like if you
Because
you
then you
should
could
play
get
a
in, take
hunter.
damage, get out as quickly as possible. You wouldn't need recovery to re-engage.
but so what? That's the
No,
way
I'm
you wanna-
agreeing with you.
Yeah, that's the way you
Yeah.
want to
like
play. Like,
yeah, there's
That's how you want to
advantages
play.
to
You
that.
should be able to play it like that. Exactly.
if you're gonna have a sandbox game, let me play in the
Yeah,
sandbox.
I mean,
Oh, shit.
what I'm
Don't
saying
wanna
is
make
like
it
the
mud, I'm gonna make
on-foot
it mud.
speed. The on-foot speed should stay the same.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
you're jumping, whether vertical or even horizontal movement with the jump button, whatever, that should be faster or slower.
With
based on
how
what you're
I think so.
slow
using.
things feel now, I would appreciate the ability to make them faster with armor changes.
Yeah. I mean, the hunter can still technically like hunter skate by bouncing its head off the ceiling using a
where
better
there's
control
a
jump.
ceiling, which
Where there's a ceiling, which
very
there aren't
few
really that many
ceilings in both
what
of those
we've got.
maps that we played.
Yeah.
The so those three things are things that were originally decided by the skill tree in your subclass, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's cool. That's a smart way. It's better than fucking discipline and
It makes-
intellect and whatever the hell.
It makes more sense.
Yeah.
Essentially. So.
There's definitely tweaking that needs to be done to balance all that out, but
oh,
the B word.
He said balance.
Gary Gall does not like
there's
balance.
a fucking elephants over here. You don't
Guys are
forget shit.
stupid.
Anyways.
What else is there?
I mean, we're kind of wrapping up now. We're about an hour in. That's what we wanted to deal
we
with.
all
So,
took a look at the farm.
yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah, the
did.
farm.
We looked at the farm. It looks really cool.
Soccer
we
is
played
fun.
some soccer.
Mhm.
That's,
Foosball,
that's about
football.
all you could actually do in the farm.
It's
right
a
now.
farm.
Dude,
We climbed.
I climbed all
We
the
climbed.
buildings.
You can
I went-
mantle.
You can mantle.
You
get
can
up on the
mantle.
building and you cross across the power wires.
Yeah.
Did that.
Yeah.
Did
That's
all that
fun.
stuff. It was pretty cool. It's definitely like a much larger space. I'm gonna really enjoy being able to just walk out of that into.
If they let you.
If they let you.
Well, that's so that fence.
I think that's got to be it. Because
that
when you
fence by the
hop
soccer
over that
field.
fence and it gives you the countdown of get back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you go into the forest and you bounce off of an invisible wall.
I think
like,
they put a
I
lot
feel
of
pretty
boundaries on
con-
it just to
if,
keep you.
yeah,
I
for
feel
the
confined right
beta.
now
But
for the
if you
beta.
look out into the distance, you see that giant hunk of the Traveler that's just like hanging out in the European Dead Zone. That's the area where you're going to have to go and explore. And I think you'll actually be able to. You just leave from the soccer field and start
Yeah.
exploring, and that's cool. Like.
Gladish says if you want fighting with ships, wait for Battlefront. Gladish
Yeah.
apparently wants people to play
Actually,
Battlefront.
He's
think
with
really
him.
so.
excited for Battlefront.
Yeah.
The ship
So-
combat
Okay,
is fun
we
in
heard you,
Battlefront,
man. We're gonna get it. Okay.
I'm not planning on getting
John
that.
actually
You're
has.
not gonna
I
get
left
it.
my copy
I'll
of
probably get it.
Battlefront 1 at his house.
though. I just
Then I'll end up
uninstalled
playing
mine
it.
from my PlayStation. So.
Anyways,
Hey.
yeah. In general, the farm is cool, but there's nothing to do in it now. and it's
Soccer.
over. The beta's done now.
Yeah,
for
they
the
didn't put in
farm,
any
so-
NPCs.
Yeah,
They don't want you to know who survived the attack yet.
We already know. Somebody already told us.
Don't tell me.
The speaker's probably not there.
Speaker's not there.
He's so dead.
Don't tell me anything.
I
Or he's
think
being held
he's
hostage.
so
I think
Yeah, they
they're.
probably couldn't get Bill Nighy to
I
come
honestly
back.
think they're just
Exactly.
erasing the speaker from the game because they don't know what his role was.
And they don't want to pay
Nobody
Bill
knows
Nighy.
what his actual
He's-
role was.
He speaks
Hopefully
to the
they
traveler.
killed Tess Everest because Jesus Christ.
Nope.
Nope,
Nope.
her stuff
we
is
already
there.
saw the.
God.
We already saw the.
In fact, you
Eververse,
could,
you
you
could
could
Pre-order
already buy
canceled.
stuff through the
I'm just
beta.
kidding.
It's not actually true.
In general, I do want to wrap up with saying that the overall.
Eris Morn, I apologize.
Eric's
Is
Sorry,
that-
Tess. I hate Eris Morn.
She left the tower before the attack. If you, well, you probably
Well,
didn't study
hopefully
the
she
lore,
left the
but
game.
She's out there doing some stuff.
The new aesthetic in general, I think, is really nice. I really dig the art style, the direction, the color palette is awesome.
I dig those 4K menus.
The HUD
crispy
is.
fonts.
I like the HUD, even though there's a little more going on with the HUD in PvP. It's still nice.
It could be a little smaller.
It could be
the
a little
stuff
smaller.
up top. They should just scale down like
Yeah, there's a lot of shit
10,
going on
20%.
there,
I really wish that
especially in Countdown.
they would have put in. I know there was a no HUD option eventually in Destiny 1. I wish that they had like a HUD bright down because
They do.
I burned that super bar into
there's
my
actually-
plasma in the
there's
first
a-
game.
There's an opacity setting
yeah.
on it.
There's an opacity setting
Right.
on it, but when your super is full, that bar is fucking yellow and it's there. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it'll be
Hit
there.
bar is fucking yellow.
forever.
Yeah.
I really
Eventually,
want,
it went away. By the way,
I really want the loading screen to be an animated background on the PS4. Just let me have that.
What
as
the going
lo-
through the wormhole kind of deal.
No, the loading screen of the icons shifting. Like
Yeah,
I
that-
want,
Yeah.
like
I like that, especially the because the first the loading screen in the first game or one of the loading screens was just like that one symbol, but now they do
Yeah.
all three of them, which is
it's
nice.
cool. I dig it. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
It looks
Yeah,
like
sick.
more
more Destiny.
largely improved of
Yeah,
the
it's
same,
definitely
but
more what we
some
love.
steps back maybe.
Yeah, I
Still don't care, do
I'm
you?
gonna buy the game because I'm part of a podcast that plays video games.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
That's
I do.
right, Alex.
Yeah, I do.
We're
All-
excited
all
too.
your friends, well, maybe they're not.
Maybe not. Gojo didn't play it. I think Nick downloaded it and hasn't played it. I don't think
the
they
last
care
day.
anymore. But
I mean, maybe he's just waiting for the full game to come out.
yeah, I mean, I talked to them about it a little bit, and he seemed intrigued. But we're also all growing up and having other things to do in life, so it's kind of hard to sit down for your dailies and do
Yeah.
the nightfall. And
Well, I
Finish
mean,
your
in general, it
dailies,
seems
kids.
like they're trying to make it so you don't have to waste your time anymore. So,
that's nice.
That would be appreciated.
yeah. But anyways, if you want to follow us on social media or see all the places you can listen to or watch our show, check out MidwestGameNerds.com/links. And as always, we would appreciate your feedback at MidwestGameNerds@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Twitch as well as rate and review us on your favorite podcatcher. Thank you, Corey and Nikki, for coming and talking D2
Thank
beta
you.
with us.
Anytime it's Destiny, I'm on it.
All right, man.
We'll see you back in
In-
September.
Yeah, in a month
Oh,
and a
yeah.
half.
See you in the next patch.
Yeah. So thank you everybody
See
for
if-
listening. This is a special episode. Again, we'll be back next week with a full episode about Splatoon. Splatoon 2.
Yay.
And who knows what
It's
else.
fun.
But I promised Alex we wouldn't talk about Destiny 2
Yeah,
during
there's
Splatoon
no
2.
Destiny 2 talk in the
Not
next
gonna talk
episode.
about, I'm not even going to talk about
Boo.
Destiny 1 next episode.
I doubt that.
All
I'm
split.
playing-
Brian's going to talk about this. It's going to inadvertently come up when we talk about Splatoon at some point, I'm sure. One of us will do it.
Swinging
It
this
could even be me.
paintbrush doesn't feel like my Dawn Blade.
Yeah. The hunter class in Splatoon is OP.
Yeah. They really need to tone it down. They got to buff, or they got to nerf that guy.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks again for listening, and we will check you out next week. Peace.
This is Gary Gall, and thank you for listening to the Midwest Game Nerds podcast.
Thank you for listening.
We have no association with Pringles.